Today I'm going to show you this glowy Chinese New Year makeup for the upcoming holiday. And it's a very simple look that's beginner friendly and can do in 10-15 minutes. It's very simple. And yes, this is going to be a more serious makeup tutorial. I know I tend to do stupid makeup tutorials for the holidays, and I will create one silly one for next week. Just turn on notifications and subscribe so you know when it's out. Just for this tutorial, I'm actually wearing the only cheongsam I own. So if you see me wearing a cheongsam, it's gonna be this. This is it. I have nothing else because I hate buying cheongsam. Not because, you know, it looks old school or anything, but because you need to have a hot body to make a cheongsam look good. It's not one of those forgiving sort of outfits like men's suits or lehengas, saris, anarkalis. You know, Indians have the best traditional outfits. Like, they always look so good no matter what you look like. They make you look like you have curves, even if you're, you know, like me, flat as a plank with a pudgy belly. I look like I have the hottest curves when I wear my traditional Indian outfits. Well, unless, you know, you end up with a top that's too large for you, so it dents every time you hug somebody and you have to go to the bathroom and hammer it out, which happened to me during my brother-in-law's wedding. I forgot to bring the top of my lehenga, so I had to shop for one last minute, and turns out, yeah, Indian women are really blessed boobage-wise. So even the smallest size couldn't fit me. Not like, I mean, it fits around my rib cage, but there's lots of space up here, so it's really hollow. I did try stuffing it with tissue, but whenever I hug somebody, it just like, yeah, it was very bad for my self-esteem. Anyway, back to my rant about cheongsams. Seriously, this dress is so unforgiving. Like, if you think I look good in it, that's because, you know, I've cropped it strategically just in the parts where I'm slim, which is my chest. Yeah, when I have to wear this for my cousin's tea ceremony, I'm gonna be wearing 8 layers of Spanx. I'm gonna be as stiff as a plank and I won't be able to sit, eat, or even bend the slightest bit, but I'm gonna look like I have a flat stomach. Yeah. Seriously, why do we have to have cheongsams for our traditional Chinese outfit? Why can't we stick to other more forgiving Qing Dynasty outfits, you know? Or like the traditional qipao, which will hide any flab I may have. I can be a fluffy marshmallow and you can't tell. This isn't even that traditional. It was created in the 1920s in an effort to westernize traditional Chinese clothes and was popularized by high-end escorts and celebrities, basically women with hot bodies to begin with. So basically they're made for hot women to look even hotter. If you're not blessed with a hot body or too lazy to work for a hot body, like me, it's not gonna look that great. Oh, and the stiff collar here, it strangles you every now and then. See, every time I go forward, it strangles me. What the heck is this? Anyway, enough about my rant about cheongsams. Let's get on to the tutorial.
First up, apply primer so your eyeshadow will last the entire day of visiting endless relatives you didn't even know you had. Grab a translucent powder and apply it all over your lid so that the eyeshadow blends better. Can you feel your eye socket here? Now I'm using Makeover's eyeshadow trio in Indian Summer and applying the peachy brown shade there with the fluffiest blending brush I own, stopping where the corner of my eyes appear to be when my eyes are open. Makeover's eyeshadows are super pigmented, so I'm further diffusing this by rubbing it with a clean, dense blending brush. Next, I'm grabbing gold shade from NYX's Cosmic Metals palette and applying it with a wet brush to get a foiled effect. I'm applying it on the inner 2/3 of my eyes, making sure it peaks slightly above my eyeline when I open my eyes, and to the inner half of my lower lash line. With a fluffy blending brush, I'm applying a dark pink from the Makeover palette on the outer 1/3 of my eyes and blending it inwards into the gold, but going no further than halfway across my lids. To further smoothen the transition, I'm applying the peachy brown shade in between the two colors. Time for a just the tip liner tutorial. Identify where the corner of your eyes appear to be. I'm dotting this so you can see that this spot can be floating high above your lash line when you close your eyes. Now, draw a horizontal line towards this point. Connect the tip of this line to your eye line in a smooth slope to get your wing. And all you have to do is neaten the hidden part, or not, and you're done with this liner. By the way, I got these lenses because they're supposed to look like printed cloth, but turns out it doesn't show up at all on my dark eyes. I'm so sad.
Okay, now we're going to do the rest of my face. And yes, I'm not putting on false lashes yet because I often get requests on how my look looks without false lashes. So I'll leave the false lashes until the very end so you can see how this looks with false lashes and without. But if you're doing this look and you're not that used to using false lashes, I will suggest you put the false lashes on in the very beginning, just because falsies can change the shape of monolids drastically, so it's much safer to put it on in the beginning so you know roughly what your eye shape will be. So my breakout has been calming down, thank goodness. So for this, I can use my light coverage foundation routine, and I'll just start by color correcting the blemishes I have. As always, I'm using my Makeover color correcting palette. Seriously, this is my favorite. My problems are always my eye bag, so getting rid of that by mixing the orange with the beige to create a peach shade and applying it to where my eye bags are. And kind of swipe up here to smudge the edges of your eyeshadow. Now I still have some red here, so I'm going to use the cream color corrector to get rid of the angry redness. Ugh, I hate breakouts. And after color correcting the flaws, I'm going to use my concealer. I'll use the liquid part since I already used cream, and as I keep mentioning in all my tutorials, just layering in different textures will get you a really good coverage that lasts a long time. Yeah, I really need to watch my diet. Diet is the biggest thing that breaks me out. It's really annoying. If you get angry cystic acne like me, most likely it's something internal. So go get checked if there's a hormonal issue or it's a diet issue like me. In my case, meat. I can't take meat at all. Normally, animal byproducts like meat, dairy, eggs, just because there's so much hormones in them, are the main culprits. So check out what you're sensitive to if you have deep, angry cystic acne. And I admire all those people who can actually give up the stuff they're allergic to, because I can't. I still eat meat. I'm bad. I just take a hydrochloric acid supplement, and after that, my body can process meat. But it's not for everyone, and I know this is really terrible of me, but now for face, yes, I'm back to my Face Shop BB cushion. I still need to finish my other foundations, but really, this is my favorite for creating that dewy look, and we do want to keep this look dewy and glowy, and that's why I'm using this BB cushion. It's really my favorite. I don't know why in Indonesia, the popular type of finish for foundation seems to be matte. So I'm still looking for a local brand that can give me that dewy sort of look. Like Makeover is one of my favorite foundations for a matte coverage, and the coverage is really good. But if you want that dewy, bouncy, glowy sort of finish, that's not it. It's very matte. Oh, okay, I have to blend my foundation more. That's why I'm applying it to more spots around my face than usual, just because I got a bit of a tan and dealy, so this is not a match. Otherwise, normally what I will do is I only apply foundations in the parts that need it. That's how I keep my coverage looking very skin-like. That's not possible now. I'm now regretting all the foundations I destashed because they were a tad too dark for me, because they won't come in handy now. So I still have some flaws I need to cover up, so I'll be adding more coverage. Since that was a liquid texture, I'm going to use the cream. And I look like I have good skin. Awesome. Oh, missed a spot. Now I'm going to go on to the brows, and I want to keep the brows looking very natural because the emphasis of this look is going to be the glowy skin. So I'm using my favorite Etude House Drawing Eyebrow. It's my favorite brow product for creating that natural fluffy brows. I have a dedicated tutorial for my brows before. I'll link it below. Oh, and shameless promotion, this is in my Duolingo collection. Please check it out if you haven't. So I'm just drawing hair-like strokes straight away, blending it very often. Now the brows are done, I'll do the rest of my face. So I'm going to use Emina's Cheek Lit Cream Blush. This is the peach shade. This product is very iffy because it does get brighter and brighter over time. So I'm not really a fan, but I wanted to add in as many local Indonesian products into this look as possible. So I'm going to take a gamble with this. I'm very worried. So I'm just going to use a very small amount because this does get brighter over time. So yeah. If anybody can recommend me a good cream blush from a local Indonesian brand, let me know because I am looking and hopefully they perform better than this one. And to make the blush look more natural, I like to run it lightly over my nose. And for some very light contouring, I have Fenty Beauty's Almond, and I'm going to just lightly put it underneath here and on my jawline. And I'm going to blend it out with this brush. This brush blends better than the other one. The other one's a bit too fluffy. This is much denser, so it blends way better. And remember to avoid your chin when you're contouring because for Asian faces, as you age, your chin recedes. So contouring the chin, making it look shorter, it's going to make you look a bit older. Seriously, my dermatologist is the best guy to learn contouring from because he can tell me how my face will change as I age, and I just avoid doing all that. Oh, shameless promotion, these golf brushes are also from my Duolingo collection. Check it out, I'll link it below. I hope you find something you like because I'm really proud of the collection I've curated. Now it's time for the really dewy glow. I have here Fenty Beauty's highlighter. It's the highlighting duo that comes in Mean Money and Hustla Baby. So if you notice, Mean Money has a smaller shimmer, so this is going to be my first highlighting shade, which I apply everywhere. I'm going to brush it lightly over my cheeks. And on my forehead, this spot here. Because you know, when the light catches on your face, this also catches the light. So that's why I'm putting the highlighter there. That way it looks a bit more natural, like some kind of ethereal glow on your face rather than makeup. Now it's time to make the highlighter really pop. So I'm using a smaller highlighter brush and I'm taking Hustla Baby right here and I'm going to apply it at the highest spot so it's really concentrated. And there we go, you've highlighted your highlight. And I'm just gonna run lightly down my nose. I'm using Mean Money right now. Okay, so it looks like I lost some of the lower lash line highlight thanks to the under eye coverage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gold from the NYX Cosmic Metals palette again and put it in my inner corner. And remember just to put it in the corners. I'm dying to put on lashes already, but I promise I'll show you the finished look before I put on lashes, so that's what I'm gonna do. So for the lips, I have here Absolute New York's Hot Mama, which is a very bright red. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just dab it on my lips. Just concentrate concentrate dabbing it in the center of your lips. Press your lips several times, and then take your finger and just rub out the edges to fill up your lips. And now I'm going to take NYX's Cosmic Metals again. And now I'm going to take NYX's Cosmic Metals again. Grab the gold and just dab it in the center of my lower lips. Then purse it. And that's pretty much it. That's my glowy Chinese New Year look. So this is how the look looks without false lashes. And this is the look with false lashes. So you can pick whether you would like to look better with lashes or without, it's up to you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the entire tutorial, and as usual, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to know when my next video will be out. As I mentioned previously, my next video will be less serious and more stupid Lunar New Year makeup tutorial. And if you guys want to check out my previous stupid makeup tutorials, I'll link them below. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!